Pretzels, the food of the gods. I ain't no god, but I can tell you what, I do like pretzels. Anyway, welcome to, where are we, Sunday afternoon. Just a quickie today. I've been doing other jobs, cutting grass, hedges, etc. Mickey next door is away on leave, so I thought I'd do his grass for him as well because it looked a bit tatty. But one has to do stuff, I guess, over weekends because during the week it's day job time and you have to get on with other things. So today I thought I'd see if I can disassemble the broken rear taillight lens, get all of that, the whole unit out, refit the replacement that I bought off somebody in exchange for a contribution to Help for Heroes. That I think was a pretty fair trade, if not an exceptionally good trade. These little cars use Vauxhall Nova taillights, but of course you'll see, as I've mentioned before, being a European car, the right-hand rear is the reverse light, left-hand rear is the fog light. So the bottom lens is actually for a fog light and wired in as such. If you drive on the right-hand side of the road, that makes sense because the overtaking side has your fog light and of course reversing down any road, highlighting the sidewalk and the gutters is probably what you want, which is why the light's on the wrong side of the car. But this lens that I got, actually, you'll see, now has, being a British version, has another reverse lens. So when I replace it, I will have to fit a red high intensity light bulb to make that work, and then the reverse light, actually I'm talking rubbish, that side will get the high intensity, my word, and I haven't been drinking, the high intensity red light to form a fog light, and of course this side will become the reverse light. So I'll just have to switch the wiring as well in order for the right messages to get through. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm going to carry on and do this quickly, see if I can disassemble it and get it out and fit the new one. If I can, I'll be pretty pleased. So yeah, back in a bit, and welcome to the show. So I've disconnected the wiring. I've sort of put it onto a bit of masking tape just so that the order stays as it should. There are these lovely connectors again. I guess I'll have to address them and solder and heat shrink them. There's call it a bracket if you want, that goes around from the inside, keeping it all together. And now the trick is to try and remove this thing. Doesn't really matter if I break it, but I prefer not to break it, in case one can harvest something off it, or all of it. So you'll see the lens is loose, but this seal that they used, I don't know what it is, but it's obviously quite strong. So it's a matter of trying to figure out how the hell to undo this in a way that I don't destroy or break anything. I'm wondering if it's just a waterproofing seal, and if I get in there with something sharp, whether I'll be able to just cut it loose. I'm going to use two hands and step away from here, go on the inside, so this will push out, because I don't know, there's a seal, where are we? There's a seal in here which is nice, that water seal is good, but trying to get this out squarely looks like it's going to be a slight problem. So back indoors and see if I can push it out somehow, or else get something sharp and cut it. Once again, back in a bit. Right, let's see if we can get anything done here. Stanley knife, blade. See if I can get it through in any way. Just cut down gently. I'm not sure what depth I'm cutting to, and I'm not sure how much of this sealant, which is obviously quite good, actually was originally put into this groove. As always, just shit scared that the blade breaks and I end up tearing my hand apart. Because Sunday afternoon in A&E, or emergency department, isn't exactly where you want to be. It looks like it's come unstuck. Now we just need to ensure that I get through all of the rubber, and it looks like it's working. It'd be funny if I end up cutting all the wires on the other side. In fact, it wouldn't be funny at all. It'd be pretty shit. Right. Not sure. Just, hey! We have lift off, or lift away maybe. Right. That was quite a lot of the silicon stuff, as you can see. It's really, really strong. I don't know what it is. Maybe tiger seal or one of those special kind of rubber seals. More important, we've removed this little guy. Still got some light bulbs to rescue, so I can use them on the other unit. And we'll see if this fits. I might have to just trim away some of the sealant. Or I might dodge a bullet. Let's see. Put the knife where it can fall on my foot. Looks good for starters. I think the important thing is that bracket. The other light doesn't have one of these brackets, so we'll figure where that fits. And then I'm going to trim away this rubber first and see where we get with the fit, because the fit's good right now, but it's not great. It's not a proper fully fitted fit. It might be because there's extra sealant down the bottom here. If you look down here, there's quite a lot of that. There's some up here. So I think the idea is to clean the hole, remove all of this, because that will then have this hole less impaired, less filled with crap. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the way it's gone. This is not a bad thing. Everything takes time, and these are little jobs. You can't take it for a road test with a broken light. You can't take it for a road test with the wrong wiring. So that's the easy part of this, is fixing little things. All the small things need to be fixed and repaired and replaced. Right, I'll put this down, just down there where I can kick it over. We'll use this one more time. As Brittany said. So I might have mentioned already, pretty pleased with the way this has come out. These are those little jobs that stop you from progressing because they are fiddly or awkward or even really important, because they make things work in a certain way. And sometimes that's good, sometimes it's bloody irritating. Just kind of split this down the bottom here as well. Thankfully this is a plastic car, so even though I'm not specifically aiming at scratching paint, at least you know when you're scratching the paint you are cutting through gel coat or similar, which again you don't want to do, but it's less damaging than metal, which will end up rusting in the long run. But conversely, fixing gel coat obviously is a very different process. Right, that's good. This is good. Just the last thing is to slice away some more of this. There you go. And a little bit more this side. Maybe this will make all the difference to a slightly looser, comfortable fit. I hope you guys aren't too bored by now. Thing is, the camera runs by itself just quietly. I just get on with this. And when it comes to the editing table, I don't have a table, I just edit on my phone. Because this is all run by a couple of iPhones, one being the works one and one being my own. But at least we're getting bits and pieces recorded, and hopefully, as I've said before, these things are mentoring, tutoring, kind of tutorials really, where we all learn from. Because I certainly learn from a lot of YouTube channels as well. If I have a question these days, my question is straight onto YouTube. Explain, define, how, where, when, show me how. All of that. That's often what the comment section is about as well. I've had some really good answers from people like Diff on Rat Rods for Africa, who is always teaching and sharing his knowledge. Right. I think that this light might just fit in comfortably now. Right, let's see what happened in the meantime. 10 minutes later, he says. There you go. Much better. I think there's a slight adjustment to be done. And we'll put some tiger seal or whatever in there, just to ensure a really good seal once this is all fitted and wired in. But I think that's a job jobbed. Quite pleased. So, outside. Hello, cat. George. Mr. Inspector here. Checking to see if everything is okay, clean, secure, whatever. Hey, Mr. Fooball? Mate? Buddy? Anyway, cats are good company. They tend to not interfere too much, they just want to sit on stuff. So that is the new light fitted. The wiring will go straight back onto, let me just find it, onto those plug points, onto those little bayonets. Hopefully this will stay as I've set them out. The only one to identify will be the fog light, which needs to be swapped for the other side reverse light. So yeah, that's about it. And then refit this around the outside as well on the interior, so that it keeps the light safe from the inside. But that's it for now. I will now try and make sure everything works, and we'll report back some more in a bit. And just like that, weekend's over. Well, not quite over yet. It's at 4 in the afternoon, I think it is. And I've done one small job, but you know what? It was bugging me for a hell of a long time, so actually not a bad thing. Tail light replaced. The wiring still needs to be figured out, but I can do that once I've got ignition sorted, and obviously that it actually gets back to a fully functional wiring loom, because at the moment I can see there's a few damaged bits on the wiring loom, but we'll get to that. So for now, that's the end of my weekend.